Hafid, Hafidin, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Guam Legislature. My name is Senator Vince Borja, and today we're here to kick off the University of Guam's Charter Day celebrations this week. And so, on behalf of the yeah, initially we were going to do this. We usually do this at the field house as part of the celebration, but we wanted to take away some of the boring stuff, so that we could get, so that when we do the ceremony at the university, we don't spend a lot of time doing some of the, not that it's not important, because it's important for the Guam legislature to, I call it, when we do these things, especially for the different agencies, is to reaffirm our commitment, right, to supporting the institution and its mission, and its mission, right, in regards to like executing the responsibilities to the community. And of course, the University of Guam plays a huge role in not just the community, but in the region. And so we want to ensure that we do our part as the Guam legislature. And with my colleagues that they're here in spirit. So with that being said, today we're going to go ahead and I got to read my speech so I don't forget some of the important things. But of course, on behalf of Iminay Trenta Otsun, Elizatur and Guahan, and the people of Guam, we want to thank the University of Guam and your team and your supporters for being here today as we celebrate the 58th Charter Day and the 74th anniversary of the University of Guam. And although we're gathered here at the legislature, every time we recognize UOG, it feels deeply personal. I don't like these corny speeches. Anyway, really where it's going in the speech, and I'll just put that to the side because it's really, I think for me, with the University of Guam, it's personal for me because, of course, the university, after joining getting out of the military and coming back home, was really where I took a pivot in what I wanted to do in life. Because when I got out of the military, my plan was like, go take my security clearance, get a federal job, and go make a lot of money, right? Because that's what most people in the military do. But I came home, and I actually only came home to visit for the holidays. And at that time, Madeline Berdalio's thing with the BAH changed from like 900 to 2450. And I was like, ooh, 2450? I could live off this and chill out for a couple months, maybe even a year. But I ended up going to so I went to the University of Guam. I did the gen ed stuff. Took some classes at the SBPA, met some cool people, and then I was like, ooh, I think I want to do this. And I eventually did it or committed to the program. Most people don't know, but I got out in 2011. In January 2012, I signed up. And you're not going to believe how I did it, but I did it. But in December of 2013, I took like 7-8 classes, was taking online classes, and I graduated with my bachelor's at the University of Guam. So, when I always tell people that, not because it's easy, because people think the University of Guam is easy, because it wasn't easy. I actually failed accounting. That was very hard. Not because I got an F, because I got the D, right? But I came back the following semester and I got an A. But the bottom line, though, is they didn't give up, right? Because it was because of some of the professors, because I'm not going to lie, there were some that I was just, But because the school cared enough to Dr. Colfax, who was really like one of my mentors who really inspired me to finish my degree, because I was actually pursuing HR, and then I went into other things. But anyways, what I'm trying to say, though, is not just in my life, but in the community, I'm definitely a huge supporter of the university and its mission. And so today I want to make sure that we wanted to be the first one, because I know the governor's doing her thing tomorrow, and we were going to do it later, but I was like, let's just do it at the legislature and be the first one. So on behalf of the Guam legislature, if we can have the leadership team come up here and we'll do the presentation of the present the certificate. So with all that being said, it is my honor to present Certificate of Recognition to the University of Guam, Certificate 304-38, introduced by myself, Senator Vincent A.V. Borja, co-sponsored by the rest of my colleagues in the Guam legislature, presented to the University of Guam on the celebration of its 58th Charter Day and 74th anniversary, and to commend them for their service and dedication to the mission of INA, Deskubre, and Setbe. The Committee on Rules of Minay Trentay Otun Legislature in Guahan herein directs that this official expression of its recognition and commendations be forthwith sent on behalf of Legislature in Guahan and the people of Guam, signed and sealed in the city of Agotnya on the 26th day of February 2026, certified by Speaker Frank Blas Jr., Vice Speaker Tony Atta, Chairperson Committee on Rules, attested by Sabrina Salas Matanani, Legislative Secretary, and myself, Senator Vincent A.V. Borja, Chairman Committee on Education. Thank you to the University of Guam for what you do for our island and the region. Thank you. Thank you. And if you'd like to, if you want to give a few words, Madam President.
Sijus Masi, Senator Borja, and a fellow Triton at that. We're so happy to have your support as our oversight chair for education for all of our island. The University of Guam is celebrating its 58th year charter, and the theme for this week's charter celebration is UOG, a new era of growth, service, and impact. And so we are in the business of higher education to transform lives and advance the communities in which we live, work, and play in. And we do it through our cultural values, our institutional cultural values of Inadahi, Seninat Gofli'i. We see you where you are, we take care of you, we take care of our island, and we do this through INA, Deskubre, and Setbe. At the core of what we do is to deliver public value. And with the partnership of you, Senator Borja, as well as your colleagues within the Guam legislature, we can do many things. So, Sijus Masi always for being there and certainly for supporting us. Thank you. And Biba UOG. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. You know, I think it's important that we acknowledge the support that you give us and the legislature. And the University of Guam is here in concert with our government partners, private industry, our nonprofits, because we want to give back, we want to build capacity, and we want to uplift the lives of the people of our island and our region. And so this charter celebration is definitely an opportunity for us, again, to showcase with the community who we are, what we do, who we serve, and as well as our appreciation to the community that hosts our institution. We exist for Guam, we exist for Micronesia. And it's with those sentiments that we continue to move forward and to Lismotna. So Sijus Maasi to all of you for all you do and for supporting our institution. And Biba UOG.
And that concludes the certificate presentation. Thank you everybody for coming in. We'll now take some pictures. And this concludes the presentation.